is up, Kingston? Welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to more NTW3. This is the best mod for Napoleon Total War. And today we have a epic 4v4 on the historical map of Friedland. Now I will say, disclaimer immediately, these are not the cores that were on Friedland, because as you can see, I mean, we have a 8-point France-España, a 10-point France-España, and then a 11-point France-Allemagne. But we also have a USA, a 7-point USA. So definitely not even close to the armies that would actually been fighting on Friedland. But that's the beauty of this mod. You can play the historical maps with different armies. You can play them with historical cores or different armies, and you know, just have some fun with some very cool looking maps. Now, of course, on the coalition side, also not historical to the map, we have a 9-point UK Portugal. I'm not sure which Austria this is, but I'm assuming it's either the 10 or maybe it's the 8. But I think it's the 10. You have a 10-point Russia, and then a 9-point Russia, Austria. So a lot of troops in the field here today. There's gonna be a lot of Russians, I guarantee you, with 3 armies being, well, 2 armies. And technically you could have a lot of Austrians or a lot of Russians. You know, I guess we'll find out when we get down to it. But interestingly enough, the USA are going up against the UK. You know, you got some little bit of rivalry there. You know, the War of 1812. You know, kind of being a pertinent thing, I'm sure. A pertinent thing, kind of a little bit sore spot, I'm sure, still. But no, it looks like we have the Russians pushing forward. They have some dragoons. Looks like they had some line infantry. They are pushing into the forest. Potentially maybe trying to split these French armies in 2. As there is, like I said, 11 and 7 over here, then a 10 and an 8 for France. They are kind of looking to maybe be trying to push over here to the right. We'll guess we'll see as it goes on, although it looks like the other France has pushed here on the left side here. They have a lot of dragoons, some chasseurs cheval for scouting. We do have some more Russian dragoons up in front, a nice open field. We did see over here with the start of this battle the artillery firing. This 11-pointer has guard artillery. I do think these guys are kind of cool. Horse artillery, but they got like the hussar uniform on. It's rather cool looking, actually. Imagine being one of those guys. I think it's awesome. And of course they have another guard artillery. We have a 8-pounder. These artillery pieces are expensive, guys, and they are deadly. But whenever you have guard artillery, it's bound to be focused down by the enemy. Now we are seeing the UK position getting revealed a little bit here, as they have their artillery set up. Seem to be trying to hold this position themselves against the French. A very strong position. Although the left side definitely can have a little more of a flank. I guess we'll see what they plan on doing. The USA, look at them. They're just strung out, just waiting. I'm not sure if they plan on trying to advance or if they're just going to wait it out and see what happens. But they do have quite a bit of infantry. They have some skirmishers out in front, the 1st Rifles, and the 4th Rifles, missing the 3rd and 2nd. Just kidding. And then, of course, line infantry. They do bring quite a bit. They have a lot of militia, very chunky units. Be interesting to see if they can go up toe-to-toe with the UK. UK have smaller units, but just the stats on them are so much better. Russia is pushing here on this flank for France. A lot of line infantry. And it looks like Austria, Russia. Ooh, we have a cav charge. Do we have a cav charge? Are these guys able to form square? I bet you they will not. And a nice first little juicy flank here. They got to watch out, though. There's a nice volley here on the flank, which actually does quite a deadly volley into these dragoons, causing them to break. And this Austrian line, ooh, is holding quite well. Yeah, so from what it looks like, the coalition has a plan to hold this side, maybe, and push with 3 armies against this side. Looks like some skirmishers, the USA, Baltimore Rifles, opening up fire already here. And the USA seem to be the ones advancing now. They have more skirmishers over here, more 1st Rifles with some cavalry. Along with the French, holding that position, but they gotta be concerned, guys, because Russia is coming in with a flank. Austria could hit their front. They have some skirmishers pushing up without any cavalry support. If Russia can charge this skirm unit, they could easily get some free kills here if this skirm is not, you know... Oh, nice volley, though. Don't know what they're firing at. But... Ooh. Got one of the Russians. Ooh. The poor Russian dude, he's like, why me? Like, I was just standing here. We were even engaged. But yeah, the Russian artillery set up. Russia spanning this whole side. They really should be pushing. In my opinion, Russia should be pushing. Hopefully they have some cav to scout. If they start caving in and pushing with Austria, this is their gamble, guys. This seems to be their plan at this point in time, to encircle two armies, but they got to move faster than they seem to be moving. In my opinion, they seem to be moving a little bit too slow here. And letting the coalition kind of mobilize and push over. France, I think, is realizing what the coalition is planning. So they're going to start pushing up a little bit more aggressively, maybe trying to save their ally. It looks like artillery, yeah, is set up. So they aren't moving, obviously, fast enough. They have artillery set up, and they obviously are going to try to take a line fight. They could always try pushing back here, taking this road, and pushing over and hitting the Russian flank. I would actually consider doing that. Yes, some pretty mobile French armies. They could flank the Russians, save save your allies. More artillery setup. Austria is not really pushing too aggressively. They seem to be wanting to cannonade. It's cannonade, I think is the word. Cannonade. I don't know. They plan on just shooting artillery and just basically obliterating the French army. They don't seem to be wanting to attack. Now, there is a very, very elite set of grenadier reserves. That's 4 grenadiers, all waiting in the back. But here comes Russia. More, okay, cavalry now pushing up. I'm sure they're going to see that there is only one French army here. Our horse artillery is going to set up. I'm actually getting kind of concerned for this Imperial side here. Oh, wait, do we have a charge here? Or just some volleys, maybe? Looks like we had some volleys, artillery set up. The coalition's going to definitely need that if they want to hold back the French. This is 2 armies. I think this is my prediction here right now. This Austria-Russia is going to die to the French. Unless there's some Russian backing from the 10-pointer, they are going to die. So, you know, make them the sacrificial lamb if you want. But you need to make... Oh, we have a cav charger. You need to make that sacrifice worth it by attacking the French and not going in willy-nilly, because that was just one cav sent in. You could, you know, coordinate a little bit better. I would have kept it with my infantry to defend against the French attack. But here we go. Russia is advancing here. I am concerned they are going to get hit by French cav, and it's going to be a bloodbath for the Russians. So far, I've seen a couple minor mistakes I think the coalition is making. Like I said, the biggest one... Oh, there's some Austrian cav way back here. What? But like I'm saying, the biggest problem I see the coalition making is just not a lot of cav support for their lines, and the Russian lines should be going in for melee and not trying to volley. I mean, shooting is not the strong suit for Russia. They're a little better at it now, but they still can't hold a candle to the French army. Ooh, it's gonna start pouring in volleys, getting some troops knocked down already. And where's Austria? Where's the UK? Why aren't they advancing? You know, they should be advancing down this hill. They're letting Russia go in by themselves. Doesn't seem to be well coordinated. Although maybe there's some Austrian movement. They should be pushing a lot more down here, trying to get 2 angles on this French army. And you can see Russia is just... They broke almost immediately. A couple volleys was all it took. What's in this house? Bet you some grenadiers. No, the 51. The 51st. Over here, it looks like Austria, Russia. They have some troops with the horse artillery now limbering up. They are getting ready. Looks like they have their Russian guard units engaging. Well, they're going to be engaging a lot more troops. 2 regiments versus more than you can count. Granted, some of these are just, you know, militia. So, but still, guys, this is a lot for this poor Russia, Austria to take on. This is going to be a slaughter, I think, in the end. all you need is some cavalry. Oh, we have a cav charge here. I would send in the dragoons and have the chasseur cheval flank, charging in both of them on one. They probably still win this, but yeah. Unfortunately, Russia, Austria, not even paying attention here, and they're gonna lose both their cav units, and they're gonna start falling back almost immediately. Artillery blasting this Russian line. And this spells death now with the cavalry. No cav support. We do have more dragoons charging straight on into the line. Nice volley by Russia, Austria. But they are going to start breaking. More cavalry now going in. And this is, yep, this is the death I was talking about from Russia, Austria. They have nothing left to defend themselves. I hope they are making it worth their while. Looks like the UK, oh my goodness, UK is advancing here. And they're going right into the teeth of the USA. But the USA are going to still have a tough time here. But interesting that the UK seem totally fine. Oh my goodness, look at this. A gen snipe. Austria sneaking in behind, getting the USA's general. Oh, what a unfortunate series of events. And here comes Austria. So they aren't with Russia. But they are pushing over here, and looks like they need to try to really focus down the USA as, you know, they need to make some movement here. France is going fully in here. Look at this. In melee with Russia, cavalry in the back lines, guys. This is death for this Russia, Austria. They are going to die here. This is it. He has one or two units that may be trying to get away. One or two Russian units seem to be pushing over to try to help out, but it's kind of too late. Quite a lot too late. As now they're gonna go for a general here. And yep, this whole side just broke. France barely lost, I feel like, a whole lot of men at all. And looks like there's some Russian guard units maybe in the tree line. Oh, a beautiful volley point blank, and now they engage in melee. Beautifully done. That just executed those poor militia. Now over here, it looks like France did try going with melee. In fact, they're charging even more in. Yeah, they're charging in quite a lot. As the USA are also getting engaged here. Oh my goodness. The UK seem to be doing quite well here. They are not taking massive losses here. They will, though, in the long run, but they're chipping away at the corner here. And you have a lot of French grenadiers smacking in to the Austrian line now. Austria going to have a lot of problems here, and Russia is just caving. So, oh, this is blobbing. I'm sorry, but this is blobbing by France. This is not how you can play melee. You can't send this many troops against the enemy. 2 is pushing it, from what I've been told, but this is blobbing. So I'm not sure what France is doing here, but I mean, it's a little bit cheap to use exploits like this. You shouldn't use them. Send 1, maybe 2 units at the most. Some people say only 1, but I mean, a unit can't stand against that. That's just a little cheap, a little disappointing to see. Very disappointing by this French player. And with this, Russia is almost gone, so this scales, guys, being tipped very much in favor of the French. Now, I do know a little bit more about this battle, I will say. So if you're about a click away because you think that it's gonna be a wipe, it isn't gonna be a wipe. There's some crazy turn of events that happen. So I promise if you stick around, you're gonna see something pretty big happen in the long run here between the coalition. I mean, France is still cheesing through here, and Austria's gonna have to fall back because that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a broken exploit. You can't do a whole lot against, you know, troops. Even if you get a volley on one, the next one will smack into you and it'll be death. The USA over here in a line fight still with the with the UK and seem to be holding okay for now. As the UK have lost one troop, but their units are holding, and the USA are just mass routing here. Oh my gosh, they just mass routed. They are getting almost point blanked by the UK, and there it goes. The US just mass rout. Oh my gosh. And there goes the right flank from the Imperial. You know, the USA couldn't really stand their ground. There were some Austrians and UK taking them on. Kind of spells death now for the enemy. Now the French are pushing across this river here, trying to flank as now Austria. The UK are still strong. Austria is still there. I don't know how much of the Russian army is left. They have some units in the tree line here. Still engaging. Formed a square, and these hussars just broke. And now Russia can withdraw into the trees. I think they could actually really harass this French army using the tree line with these guard units. I think they could do an excellent job here. And maybe some of their units will come back that are running away. I guess we'll find out here. Now with the USA basically dead, the UK can shift over because they are going to be needed. Yeah, they're going to definitely be needed.
Orders understood.
If only Russia had just, I don't know. Maybe Russia could have swung around and attacked here as well. Tried to like break the USA even faster than they already were. Austria has a decent army still. They haven't lost a ton of troops, so they can still hold here. The artillery is shifting over here as the French have one side and the coalition has the other. You can see these poor Russian guard in the tree line here. They're going to be holding their ground desperately to the last man. These guys, I think, can do an excellent job of wearing down the enemy. You never know what the Russian guard can do. But it's taken up a whole French army just to do it. As the rest are going to shift over to engage Austria, you have this 11-pointer and this 8-pointer pushing across to engage Austria. The UK... Actually, USA haven't totally broken, but they're getting close, guys. This is very, very close. And they just aren't going to fire as well. And I don't think the UK really even lost a whole lot. Oh, got the officer shooting as well. Ah, this is very awesome. Sorry, I should be getting more of these cinematic shots. I know I sometimes start just getting a bigger picture and I can't, like, you know, I don't zoom in as much. I'll try to work on that, you know, because that is very cool. Ooh, hold on, that thought. We do have some skirmishers and some line infantry set up here engaging the 11-pointer. And France is sitting over here on this right side. I'm not sure why they haven't pushed up with their ally here, but we do have French masses, some grenadiers pushing up as well. We also have Russia just continually in the tree line. Oh, look at this, some Russian troops coming back. More Russian guards. The Russian guard is being pretty stubborn in wanting to keep themselves in this fight. And they're holding, I mean, they should push back here. I would pull them back to like here so they can't get outflanked because France is going in. And quite honestly, France is wasting a lot of time here. They could be pushing troops on the flank here and melee charging them, getting cav in there, force them into a square and shoot them. Doing something like that, you know? It does look like France is push up trying to get melee with Austria. Austria is trying to send as many volleys down range as possible. This French army is definitely actually not doing too hot. Oh, an Austrian cav in the back lines engaging some dragoons. I thought maybe it was the general or something like that. Yeah, France is kind of going in piecemeal here. And at the same time, another French army's pushing up. Let's see what this Russia is doing. More and more Russians coming back here. Now the Cavs gonna have to try to deal with this. Oh, man. These guys are gonna get shot in the flank here. Should pull this line back. Russia pulled the line back here. They could really start inflicting heavy losses on the French. France is breaking here. Man, they keep sending more and more troops in against the Austrian line. This is a really good Austrian unit. My goodness. They've broken 2 French lines before finally some more line infantry pushed up here. And now the French are going to go in with them. The blob again. My gosh, this French player. They're killing me. They're killing me. You can't. How many lines they are pushing in against one Austrian line is ridiculous. It's 3 different ones. They can't. Oh, well. Actually, what's funny is this Austria is just volleying them into the side, which actually just start breaking them here. And now the UK have pushed over, and they're going to start reinforcing. I'm kind of rooting, I'm not going to lie, rooting for the coalition now. It just feels like they've like, at least, not saying all the French players have been, but some of the French players have been playing a little dirty here. This battle seems pretty clean. We have some guard units trying to force back some of the French line.
We have killed their generals. Now they must break.
Oh wow, the UK general unfortunately has been slain. What a massive that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Austria is actually doing a beautiful job. They are holding back almost. They are holding back 2 armies here. They have artillery set up. Beautiful positioning here. They are just destroying this French army as they're pushing up. This French army took way too long to push forward, in my opinion. They were staying here for a while. Not sure if that was planned, maybe to coordinate with this A11 pointer. But either way, bit rough, a little bit rough here. Now France is still trying to deal with this stubborn Russia. We have some cav in the back lines. I'm not sure if they're just trying to get kills or they're trying to make sure they don't come back. Either way, Russia is now engaging here. I think finally Russia maybe get killed by the French, but not before they have honestly tied up a lot of French troops here. Here in the center, oh, do we have some more lines charging? Oh, good. 1v1, good. Okay, so we also have some French charging. Austria's gonna try to gun them down before they make it. Some cavalry are ready to push forward. That was very smart. Ooh, look at this fight. Ooh, we have some cavalry charging, but they form a square against these dragoons. France having a tough time here, as Austria seems to be doing quite well, breaking some troops. Artillery set up. My goodness, this Austria is holding well. They're holding quite beautifully, actually. Look at this. Artillery in the front lines. France is trying to outshoot them. They need to start trying to pressure the flank here, pushing in some lines along with cavalry. Maybe that'll be the only real way to do it, but Austria has cav of their own. These skirms did break. We may actually see some cavalry from there's a square here. Austria went to the wrong square. Gosh, Russia's still surviving. How are they still alive? France should be peeling troops. They are shifting troops over here because it does look like Austria is holding so well, guys. Plus the UK reinforcements. It's going to be a huge, huge fight still, I'd say, to see who can win this. Austria's just got to stand their ground until the UK get here and they can start really out shooting the French here. We have more melee here. 11 points still going in on the Austrian line. We do have a lot of more troops going against the UK. Doing what this UK obviously can do. Oh, we got three lines here. Here we go. Got some skirmishers and we shooting them in the flank. UK definitely not going to win this one. They could have sent some cav in. That would be perfect for this. But it looks like this left side's actually starting to break here against the constant pressure from France. There's still some USA in the way back, but where is UK going to go? That is the question. Where are they going? Are they going to push this flank? Oh, wow. France is actually having some real problems here trying to keep their line together. I'm assuming it's this artillery. Oh, hold on. I thought we have some cavalry charging. Oh, my goodness. Poorly coordinated cav charge, in my opinion. They ran right the gauntlet, basically. They ran in front of all of the infantry. Still, this 8-point España is not doing too hot here. I think Russia's almost dead here, finally. But look at this UK behind the French lines. France finally is broken through, but man, they are bloodied.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, we have some more cavalry now charging against the Austrian line. More dragoons set up. But we have the UK in the back with the square ready to hold the line. Nice square just shooting on this French line. My goodness. And this French army is so close to mass routing. I can just... It's starting to happen here. Oh, man, they are just... I would pull back and wait for my ally. They are going to break here. Austria is just going to keep them out. And they're pulling their lines a little too long. They need to be a little bit chunkier. This line is going to break. So, one more volley, guys. That's all this line would need is a volley from here and here, and boom, they'd be dead. We do have France charging in against the UK still. Trying to take them on. Can the UK hold this side? As more and more French armies pouring over here. I've stopped trying to worry if they're blobby or not. I just... The reason I'm making a big deal about it is because it is a true exploit. And I have had people do that to me, and they have broken my army so fast. And it's not cool to see somebody exploit the game. I will always make a big deal about it because I view it as cheating. So, I always will, because you can see they broke them pretty easily there. You see, oh, they got a nice bayonet charge here. Allied General has been killed here. And this UK unit's gonna break here. But dishonorable. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. I won't say anymore. I won't keep bringing it up. Pet peeve or not. Wow. 8-point España. Freaking breaking. They just mass routed here. Couldn't keep up with the Austrian guns, plus the UK coming out of nowhere. Gonna make this a bit of a tough one here. But there still is one more French 10-pointer. This battle has taken quite a lot of twists. As you can see, actually the coalition are looking a little better here now against France. France should not have gone into a line fight here. Good pointers to play when you're playing France. Always get really close in melee. Don't try out shooting. You have a musket bug, which is where your troops delay firing. They don't fire as fast as the coalition will. the unit, actually the auto-targeting AI won't fire and target as quickly as the coalition side will. And it's just called musket bug if you were hearing someone say that. It's an Imperial thing. But not only that, but I mean, French just, they have better melee stats, more morale stats. I am actually really surprised here. The French army has been routed by this one UK unit. Man, these guys are heroes. They have locked down this one side. Now the question is, what is France going to do? They have literally one army versus two. We have a cav charge here. These Dragoons chopping up the enemy. Can they hold long enough to get rid of this UK backline? They do. That actually could be a huge, huge win. USA came back and actually has some squarables here. They're becoming a pain in Austria's side. And now it's going to come down to Austria and the UK guys versus the French 10-pointer. And this brave, what, 15 men trying to stop 200. What madness is this? They just keep coming. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. If France plays this right, guys, they will win this. But they have their work cut out for them still. They need to get their entire army up here. They have some really nice chunky units to take some volleys, some cannon fire if needed, and they have some line infantry along with a lot of Dragoons still. These Dragoons actually, I think, will play a very crucial role in this battle still. I mean, 52 men, 41, that should do it. We will see what the French take or what their approach will be. This artillery piece is still active. Oh no, this artillery unguarded, and now these Dragoons, tired but confident, are going to roll over this artillery piece. Unfortunately, Austria was not able to save them, but they are going to get charged. Maybe they can break these Dragoon units. Same time, they need to keep their Dragoon alive, so I hope they pull that Dragoon back. Hope Austria pulls them back. Ooh, we have more French infantry going in. These guys are just going for the melee here. As Dragoons pursue Austrian Dragoons or Chevaliers, one or the other. Can this unit form a square? Nope. I don't think they can. This unit can. Alright. At this point, as a coalition, I would fall back to the LOC. This has the best LOC advantage. I would even send, if there's any Russia troop left, I would tell them to go to this LOC and hold it. And I would play for LOC at this point. I think that's the safest thing to do. What's this Austrian line doing? Interesting. Not sure what the UK is doing here. They need to fall back away from the French army, not towards it.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, they need to fall back. France needs to try to either push in now with the cav support and try mass routing the coalition, or they need to fall back, try to use some guns, some artillery, which I know they have, and try to break the enemy using artillery advantage. I mean, guys, there's still 32 minutes remaining in this replay, so anything could still happen. I'm not sure where the UK is going. Stick with your ally, UK. Anyone's game still, guys. Quite literally, anyone could win this still, I feel. I mean, talk about the heavy losses on both sides. Here's a Russia. Maybe they're going to go try to hold this LOC. They can still win an LOC victory. Although we have some Chevaliers who are going to maybe not let the Russians get there.
Our men are running, sir.
Dang, France pushing up against Russia, getting immediately routed. All right, let's see what the coalition does here. This 12-pounder has some good range, has a good position. France is holding the tree line at this point in time, and the UK, they shouldn't take this fight. They shouldn't. These units are too small. These units are very chunky. They need to get artillery to weaken these first and then shoot. The shock of morale causes guys to break. You have to drop a significant amount of these troops here, and they are going to be able to go toe-to-toe with 3 small depleted UK lines. And this line's about to get point blanked. The Guard Civil. Oh, this could be it though, guys. You know what they need? They see the cav charge, force them into square, and bayonet charge them, and you will break this UK portion of this flank. Can they form square in time? They do form square, but here we go. It still breaks them. And actually, this could be a very successful charge. And Portugal is going to bayonet charge this militia. That's going to go terribly for the coalition. There's a couple more troops here. We have a UK versus USA. Here we go. Bayonet charge to break the UK. The UK should have stayed over here with their ally, I think. Probably could have saved both their skins, either dividing themselves a little bit. And the UK are almost off the field, if they're not already. All right, I'm gonna skip just a little bit here, fast forward a little bit so we can see what's happening here, because it does look like Austria is setting up by their guns. You do have more artillery setting up. Okay, so that'll be 5 guns for the French set up. That could actually tip the scales back. The UK don't have many, if any. They have 2 lines, it looks like, left. And that's that. I'm gonna fast forward a little faster here. I think France is scared to go into the fields here. They don't want to actually have to go and face these Austrian guns. Now, I'm curious where Austria is going. Oh, yeah, lost artillery. Oh, Russia pushed out here. Going maybe for a melee. And unfortunately, Russia, that could have been huge if Russia had won. Yeah, we got the Austrians pushing across the river. Artillery doing an excellent job. More artillery set up here. So Austria is making their stand on this hill. They have decided not to try to run away. They are going to commit to one last heroic stand, maybe counterattack, whatever you want to call it. But the artillery from France is just obliterating their line. As far as desperate last stands go, guys, this one is one of them. Definitely up there. Oh my gosh, that artillery. And who would have thought, you know, seeing where this battle was before, who would have thought this would be potentially where things end up, with France basically barely in it. They are barely in this, I would say, at this point in time. Yeah, you know, predicting it would have been very wrong to be like, oh, there comes. Now, if Austria, Russia had stayed alive, this battle would have been in a very obviously different place. If they had maybe fallen back to Austria, they could have held the line. They would have had more troops. Now, probably still the cavalry and infantry could have, you know, blasted their way through. Looks like Austria is actually getting a little aggressive here. Maybe trying to go for that battery. But there's plenty of forces to hold them back. Oh, we do have a cav charge here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's got in the middle of Forum Square. And Austria is going to start getting sliced up. And now the general is in danger. And yeah, I think it's going to be a loss, unfortunately, for the coalition. France managed to hold it together. Not the cleanest, most decisive win. But, yeah, France managed to get this one won, I guess you'd say. The cavalry's going to come in. I mean, at this point, there's not a whole lot the coalition will be able to do. France can play the long game. They have plenty of time to then surround and shoot this army to smithereens. They have 5 artillery pieces that can fire. And here comes the cav. I'm sure it's going to come in here. And the general's gonna die. There he is. He's gonna die.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they've
And he dies. Unfortunately, the Austrians, I think, held out best, and in the long run, they held out the longest. But that will be the game. I do believe there's no other troops left on the battlefield. So we're just gonna look at the results here. Just give them a second to pull them up. But I was curious, you know. Okay, yeah. This unit running down the poor Russia, Austria, getting 320 kills. Quite decisive. All right, but let me pull up the results real fast, guys. All right, guys, so here are the results. This one was sent in by K107. He was playing as 10-point France España with 1828 for the kills. You have the USA with 650. The other 8-point France España, 851. They're the ones who mass routed against the UK and Austria. And then the 11-point France with 1463. On the other side, you do have Viniculus with the UK getting that decisive win against the USA in the beginning with 1,071. Jorf, unfortunately, has 9-point Russia, Austria, just got overwhelmed at the very beginning, got 615 kills. Almost as many as the USA, so they both were the ones that got, like, on either side of the flanks, they both got routed pretty fast. You do also have a Melkor as the Austria. They did very well, got the most kills in the field with 843, and that's just for holding quite well. And then Mickey as the Russia getting 831. So, anyway, guys, that will be the game. So, thank y'all so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.